Welcome back to Stories Round the Table. Today, we're thrilled to shine a spotlight on a fresh voice emerging from the vibrant heart of Nashville, Tennessee. In a town brimming with talent, it takes something special to cut through the noise, and we believe our next guest has just that. Please allow us to introduce you to Porter Martin. Now, Porter isn't just another face in the crowd. He's an artist who carries the torch of a true country tradition while forging his own distinct path. His music resonates with the spirit of the legendary Waylon Jennings, that raw honesty, that rebellious edge, that undeniable soul that defines outlaw country. But make no mistake, Porter Martin isn't simply a throwback. He masterfully blends that classic influence with a contemporary sensibility, creating a sound that feels both familiar and refreshingly new. Imagine a voice weathered by experience, yet full of youthful fire. Picture lyrics that speak directly to the heart, telling stories of life, love, and the open road with unflinching honesty. That's the essence of Porter Martin's music. He's not afraid to wear his influences on his sleeve, honoring the giants who came before him, but he's also carving out his own space in the country landscape, one soulful note and heartfelt lyric at a time. But Porter Martin is more than just a voice and a guitar. He embodies a certain authenticity, a groundedness that comes through in his music and his life. When he's not captivating audiences on stage, pouring his heart out through song, you might find him in a rather unique setting, Lovable Loser's studio. Now, this isn't your typical recording space. It's a place where creativity simmers alongside the tantalizing aroma of expertly grilled meats. Yes, you heard that right. Porter Martin is a true Renaissance man of Nashville. He's not just crafting potential chart-topping hits. He's also a master of the grill, likely perfecting his techniques while simultaneously penning his next powerful verse or unforgettable chorus. This blend of artistic passion and down-to-earth practicality speaks volumes about the kind of artist Porter is: genuine, hardworking, and deeply connected to the simple pleasures of life. There's a certain magic that happens when an artist's life experiences infuse their music. And for Porter Martin, that connection seems particularly strong. You can almost taste the smoke from the grill, feel the Nashville air, and sense the echoes of his outlaw heroes in his songs. He's an artist who lives and breathes the stories he tells, and that authenticity is what draws listeners in and keeps them coming back for more. In a world often filled with fleeting trends and manufactured sounds, Porter Martin offers something real, something rooted, something that feels like coming home to the heart of country music. He represents a new generation of artists who honor the past while fearlessly stepping into the future. He's an artist on the rise, and we are incredibly excited to have him join us today to share his story and his music. So, please give a warm Stories Round the Table welcome to the incredibly promising and undeniably talented Porter Martin.
In the heart of country music's timeless tradition, where stories are woven into the very fabric of our souls, gather round the table for a journey into the heart of the songs, the singers, and the stories that define our world. Welcome to Season 2 of Stories Round the Table with Hudson and Joni. Bringing you these unforgettable conversations, Hudson James, executive producer, co-host, and singer-songwriter.
Hi, I'm Hudson James, and I'm incredibly passionate about sharing these stories with you. Season 2 delves deeper into the world of country music, revealing untold experiences and invaluable information. Grab a seat and your favorite beverage, and let's all enjoy the show together.
And I'm Joni. Hudson and I are very excited about Season 2. we're going to introduce you to some wonderful new guests who will share their story about where they came from, how they got their start, and what inspired them to follow this incredible journey in country music.
Joni Harms, executive producer, co-host, and singer-songwriter, a true icon of Western music. Her impact on the genre is undeniable. She's not just a singer, she's a storyteller, a keeper of the Western spirit. Her contributions have been recognized by the most prestigious organizations in Western music. The International Western Music Association has honored her repeatedly. In 2003, she received both Female Vocalist of the Year and Song of the Year, culminating in her induction into the IWMA Hall of Fame in 2020. More recently, in 2022, she was awarded the Team Penning Co-Write Songwriting Contest Award. The Academy of Western Artists also recognized her exceptional talent, including naming her Entertainer of the Year in 2002. Jimmy Murphy, executive producer and music manager. Vernell Hackett, public relations director and journalist. In the heart of Nashville's vibrant music scene, she's a fixture, chronicling its history and shaping its narrative. Her byline appears in respected publications, including American Songwriter, and she has contributed to major news outlets like Reuters. From covering the CMA Awards to in-depth artist interviews, she's a respected voice, capturing the essence of the music, the stories behind the songs.
Hello, listeners. This is Vernell Hackett, your Public Relations Director. We've got a fantastic lineup of guests this season, and we can't wait for you to experience these authentic conversations. Get ready to pull up a chair.
Jonathan Svoboda, social media executive. And Brett C. Burks, producer and singer-songwriter. Join Hudson and Joni as they sit down with the legends and the rising stars, sharing the tales behind the tunes, the laughter, and the tears that shape the soul of country music. Produced by the Story Weaver Studio.
Doing great yourself. Yeah, so Porter, just maybe share about how you got into music again and what was really your driving passion for going into this career?
I started playing age 14. My passion started for songwriting before I started playing. I used to write poems when I was in like 5th and 6th grade. I actually got one of my poems published in a book from 6th grade. It was like a big competition, and it was a poem called The Dove. And I just loved writing. Early age, at like a Wednesday night, college town, like nobody's going out, and I'm just in there playing country songs for like 2 or 3 hours. And yeah, I just remember, just me and this bartender, and I just talked to her, she'd yell across the room, play Billy Currington, play Luke Bryan, play George Strait, and then, I was just playing for her, and I did that summer.
I know it really was time.
But I got paid.
Good. Well, those are the times that make you really appreciate the big stuff, though, too. Like when you do get a chance to be out there and have people, like lots of people, just really enjoying what you're doing and understanding what you're saying in your songwriting, and that's when you get your big rewards.
Well, she loved it. I know that, and that's all that matters. Whoever's listening.
Yes.
I love watching people sing while I'm singing and enjoying it. And this particular bartender is currently now married to Jason Aldean, so that's kind of crazy too.
Well, she obviously loved the music too. Then that's good.
Yeah, she's a singer too. But yeah, I've like I said, it's not really about the money. The money's like really important, and it's hard to make it in this business, but yeah, I just don't quit. That's what all the old timers tell me, all the old songwriters, don't put your guitar down, don't stop writing.
Yeah, you gotta make enough to buy that house.
Well, and that's like Randy Travis. Didn't he play in just a little local bar for years and years and years until he finally made it? But if he'd listened to the word no, we wouldn't have Randy Travis.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. That's for sure. But I heard Taylor Swift went to every record label in town, and everybody told her no, but one, Eric Church, the same thing. He said, "All you need is one yes." You know. Yeah. That's for sure, and you get a lot of no's along the way. That is, but one listeners would recognize share with us of you recorded or somebody's. What's going on right now with all your songwriting? I'm still waiting for my big song to happen. I've written with a lot of successful artists, writers. Just being in Nashville for 10 years, it's you meet a lot of people that are on their climb. I wrote for the first time with Lainey Wilson like years ago, like 7 years ago or something like that. Jordan Davis, people that are just killing it now, and having those songs with those people is promising. Hope that one day they'll cut one of them that we wrote, but yeah, I'm still writing. I think I wrote 150 songs last year, and wow. And I also recorded about 25 songs. I mean, so much. Yeah, I'm just hard at it, and just hoping somebody famous wants to record one of my songs. And as a writer, never gonna end. That's always been my dream, was to get a number one, as a writer. But I could also do that with, as Porter is an artist too. So we're hoping that walking the floor makes it to number one. Yeah.
Got me walking the floor. Always leave me wanting more. I can't get you off my mind. Oh, baby, I've tried and tried and tried. I can't love you like I want to from afar.
You know him as your co-host on Stories Round the Table with Hudson and Joni, sharing the heart of country music. But that's just part of the story. Hudson James, with his deep love for the classics, is now bringing his own voice to the scene. He's been pouring his heart into writing and recording his own songs, and you can now find Hudson James's original music on all major streaming platforms. Head on over and give a listen to this fresh voice in country, blending that timeless feel with his own exciting new sound. You can also find out more at hudsonjames.net. Keep your ears open, folks. Hudson's got new country you won't want to miss. You're enjoying the rich stories here on Stories Round the Table with Hudson and Joni, and a big part of that is our co-host, the incomparable Joni Harms. Joni is a master at weaving songs that touch your heart, whether she's writing about cowboys and ranches or crafting powerful ballads like her tribute to Merle Haggard. Praised since signing with Capitol Records, her passion for pure country music shines through every performance. From her rancher's life to global stages, Joni brings a lifetime of experience and song to our table. Learn more about her journey right here on the show.
never turn away from a good fight. You went against the grain, spoke for what's right. They don't make them like that anymore. You're a dying breed. A few more good men like you right now is what we need. I know it wasn't
What if
me.
everything you thought you knew about storytelling was wrong? Stories have the power to shape our understanding of the world and influence our emotions in ways we often overlook. Think about it. Each narrative we hear, whether from a book or at the dinner table, carries a depth that resonates far beyond the surface. They connect us, teach us, and sometimes challenge us to think differently. At Stories Round the Table, we believe that every story has value, and it's crucial to explore them together. From the mythical tales that have stood the test of time to the modern anecdotes that reflect our lives today, they offer perspectives that can broaden our horizons. You can find exclusive merch inspired by these narratives, allowing you to take a piece of the stories with you. When you visit our website, you not only access our past shows, but also get a glimpse of upcoming interviews that promise to be enlightening and entertaining. There's a whole world of storytelling waiting for you, with fresh insights and engaging conversations. So why not dive in? Embrace the stories that have shaped you and discover new ones that will inspire your journey ahead.
I appreciate you guys, having me on, giving me this platform and everything.
Well, we definitely appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Looks like Joni might be back.
Walking the floor is doing well on radio right now. So I just hear it's a slow climb to the top of the charts. But
Well, the impossible climb is getting on the radio. You already accomplished that part.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, it's going good so far, and it's a traditional country song.
And that's what makes it really good.
Fun to me. I love traditional country, and I feel like it's been missing. Country right now.
It's been missing for a long time, really since the 90s. And I'm not going to say anything negative about it's coming back, and I won't say nothing negative about the new stuff. Everybody's got their thing that they enjoy. But every genre comes with a history. And you can't take Hank Williams or Johnny Cash out of country and still call it country.
Yep. I think I mentioned it, the whole Nashville thing, like how that happened, because I was playing college town shows, and I played in Birmingham, and I went to a Dirk Bentley, and it was like a little after party thing on this bus, and I ended up playing like 3 or 4 hours at like 2 in the morning. I just remember his bus driver coming in. Oh, all right, we're ready for the start for me. Save it for the next show, but I hung out with him, got to meet Cole Swindell was selling T-shirts for Luke at the time. I got to meet him on that bus that night. Got to meet Luke. I remember I played like 2 or 3 Dirk Bentley songs, and he was just loving it, and everybody was having a good time. And he's like, man, I was playing songs that weren't singles, I knew a few of them. People requested them. But after I finished that last one I did, they jumped in and said, hey, play this, play that. And I just remember Cole Swindell going, hey, play some of Luke's songs, play some Luke, and I go, man, I don't know Luke, and everybody's like, oh man, Luke, that's so bad. He's like, man, why don't you know any of my stuff, man? And I'm,
Yeah, that probably didn't go over.
I was like, dude, I hadn't even heard of it. I was like, my brother was with me, and he was like, I'm a huge fan, Luke. Like, I know the Triple H songs. I've been telling my brother about you for like over a year now, and this was 2008, so he was, I think he was, had one single out, All My Friends Say, or something like that. But yeah, they were just cracking on me, and Cole was, I can't believe you don't know any Luke. You're on this bus right now, crying out loud. And,
that had to be kind of surreal.
They were really, it was a fun night, and Luke, Dirks and Luke were both like really nice guys. They were nice to me, and they didn't know me from Adam. That says a lot about me. But that night, me and Dirks talked for a little while, and he was just begging me to move to Nashville. He was like, dude, if you want to be a songwriter, you have to move. Like, there's no other way around it, man. So I did. I finally made the move, and here we are, about 1,000 songs later, something like that.
Well, your voice, your music, really one of my favorites. I don't listen to a lot of the newer artists because, well, it's just not the 90s style, but yours is, and I really enjoy it a lot. Zach Top. Yeah. Renell was telling me about him the other day.
Yeah, he's bringing it back too, man. But yeah, I love traditional country music. I love all of it. I guess my speed is more cowboy.
Where the roots came from. The 90s country rebel, I don't care exactly what you think of my lyrics, but this is what I have to say. And that's what they did in the 90s. They didn't, they really just didn't care if people approved of it or not. They were just going to throw it out there. Someone's going to like it or no one, or they don't, but they did it anyway.
That's right. And I actually have a couple of buddies that started a apparel company called Country Rebel. And, it's just basically that same mindset, that Waylon and Willie and all the Outlaws had. Like, they're going to do exactly what they want to do and say it how they want to say it. And
but that's country.
Yeah. You're exactly right. Yep.
Well, I hope you're enjoying your time in Mexico.
Yeah, like freezing back in Nashville. I'm looking at the ocean right now, out the window.
Yeah, isn't that rough? That's rough, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's terrible. We've been saying it the whole time. All my buddies I'm with. Man, this sucks.
Get your site again and look at your tour, but I know you've got a lot of amazing stuff coming out. Working really, really hard at it, and I think your following is growing massively. And you accomplished a lot of things that a lot of artists still are struggling with, getting their stuff on the radio. That's really not an easy task anymore. After all the radio stations became corporations, more rules, more regulations, more guidelines of who they put on the radio. If you've achieved that, you're definitely headed in the right direction.
I think we are. This is week 3 since we launched Walking the Floor to country radio, and I think we have, we're almost at, I think, 10 station ads. So we're, it's on the climb right now, but it's just, it's kind of nerve-wracking. There's not really much. It's out of my hand at this point. I put the work in on writing the song, producing it, and recording it, packaging it all up, and now I'm just kind of just waiting for that Friday chart report every week.
It'll get there, man. It'll get there.
It's working though. It's working. I'm gonna keep the faith, keep praying, and keep working hard myself, and just let Walking the Floor find those real country fans.
Well, I'm kind of an old school guy. I have my playlist of music that I've had for probably 20 years. I'm not saying I don't change things. I'll go to a different restaurant on occasion. But when it comes to my music, I pretty much just stick with what I've been listening to for 20, 30 years. I don't generally put somebody else in my playlist. But you're in there. That's pretty rare. It's just me saying that.
By the way, I'm the same way. I have my favorite, I have all my favorites, and I just always go cycle through them. But yeah, that means a lot, and I hope you guys keep following me and keep listening too, and hopefully we're back on.
And I know you got to get back to your stuff. You have a lot of things going on, and I truly appreciate you coming back on. Sorry about Joni. She's just not having good luck with Wi-Fi today.
It's okay. I appreciate y'all, and I love that y'all are loving my music and lifting me up. I appreciate it. I won't ever forget it.
Well, you go out there and kill it.
Thank you, buddy. Good job.
You too. Thanks again, and have a great time while you're in Mexico.
Well, that's going to wrap things up for this week's Stories Round the Table with Hudson and Joni. But don't you worry, we've got some more incredible stories coming your way. Next time, pull up a seat as we welcome none other than country music artist Craig Campbell to the table. You won't want to miss his tales and tunes. Join us next week for a brand new episode.
Thank you for joining us for Stories Round the Table with Hudson and Joni. We hope you enjoyed this glimpse into the heart of these stories. If you loved this episode, please subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to connect with us on our website, storiesroundthetable with HudsonandJoni.com. We'll see you next week, ready to share another story.